What is going on, everyone? What is the trade scenarios for the Houston Texans come draft day? ESPN analyst Bill Barnwell, he dropped an article and gave every single team a different trade scenario in the first round, and the Houston Texans were mentioned 3 different times. So we're going to break down each and every single scenario, and when it comes to trading up or down, well, Nick Caserio isn't afraid to do that. In his first draft, he traded up for Nico Collins. In the most recent draft, traded back from 12th to 15th to select Kenyon Green. He traded up for John Minchie. He traded up for Christian Harris. So Nick Caserio is not afraid to do that. Welcome everyone to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I drop daily Houston Texans content. Follow me at Twitter at 713HSP. Don't forget, if you're going to be at the Houston Texans draft party, I'm going to be there. The lead's going to be there. Let's catch a vibe. Let's catch a brewski. And the first trade scenario, it has the Houston Texans moving up just one spot to the Carolina Panthers. And here's how it goes down. The Panthers get our first round pick, right? Obviously number 2. Our second round pick, pick 33. Our third round pick, pick 65. Our third round pick 73. And that is it. And the Houston Texans will get the first pick, the 39th pick. So they are essentially just swapping twos with the Panthers and giving them a 4th round pick. Do I think this is enough to just move up one spot? No, I think the Carolina Panthers know that Bryce Young is our number 1 favorite, and maybe they are trying to bait the Houston Texans to just move up one spot. Apparently, the Houston Texans were in talks just moving up one spot with the Chicago Bears. So why wouldn't those talks happen with the Carolina Panthers? I think if you're Nick Caserio, right, and if you think that Bryce Young is your QB1 and you want him on the Houston Texans, go out there and get him. I definitely think it will cost more, but you have 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years to go out there and get your quarterback. The ball's in Nick Caserio's court here. Does he want to go up there and get Bryce Young, or does he want to settle for a CJ Stroud or any of the remaining quarterbacks? The second trade scenario for the Houston Texans, it involves pick 2 being sent to the Baltimore Ravens, a 4th round pick next year being sent to the Baltimore Ravens, and in return, the Houston Texans get Lamar Jackson, former NFL MVP, and the rebuild starts with DeMeco Ryans and Lamar Jackson. This would absolutely be crazy for the Houston Texans. This would be a home run, big flashy move. When you get a Lamar Jackson, you have expectations, right? You expect to be successful right out the gate. You expect to make the playoffs. And then in his goodbye letter to Baltimore, he said he loves football. He said he knows he could bring a team a Super Bowl winning trophy. So the hunger is there. You will have to make him the highest paid quarterback in right now, which I think he deserves it. When you look at his time with the Baltimore Ravens, it was very good. Like I said, he won the MVP with not a lot of talent around him. And the Houston Texans definitely invested into their offense this season. And like I mentioned before, you have 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. All options should be available to the Houston Texans to go out there and get their quarterback. Maybe it's not even Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Maybe it is Lamar Jackson or Trey Lance, who we talked about. That could be a low-risk, high-reward for the Houston Texans. But Lamar Jackson being here, that should excite every single person, and you would have butts in seats. You would have deep playoff expectations. You would expect to win a division if Lamar Jackson was a Houston Texan. And here with the 12th pick, it has the Houston Texans trading back. Now, we all expect that to happen, right? And it's with the Pittsburgh Steelers here. We get their 17th pick. We also get their 2nd round pick, number 49. They would get our number 12 and a 4th round pick, which is the 104. That would absolutely be perfect for me for the Houston Texans. In that 17 range, you could get a Zay Flowers. You could get a B. John Robinson, the best edge available on the board, a Will McDonald. And with that second pick in the 2nd round, That could be the John Michael Smith, the Luke Whippler. You could get a wide receiver if you need to, or that linebacker that DeMeco Ryan so desperately wants in this draft. You heard our boy Hardy the Lead say that expect the Houston Texans to drive linebacker heavily. All these scenarios, I think the Houston Texans should look at, should approach, and think about doing. If you want to get better, then go out there and pull the trigger, man. We are 6 days away from the NFL draft, 6 days away from Roger Goodell walking across that podium and announcing the picks for the Houston Texans. You guys let me know, what do you think about all these trade scenarios? As always, go Texans. You guys have a very blessed day.